guys, Filmmaking Simple, here with another tutorial. Today I got a request to do a hologram tutorial. Epic Films iMovie Content requested do a tutorial on hologram for Final Cut Pro X. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so in getting started you need to shoot your footage. Now I shot mine on front of a green background because the hologram was going to be underneath me. But if the hologram is going to be in front of you, you don't need to do this. So I'm going to take my footage down, go over here to the effects, go to keying, and drag my keyer. And I'm just going to leave it as it is this time because I kind of like how it gives you that kind of shadowy-like effect. I think that makes the background look a little bit more real. And then I added this custom underneath and changed the color in the generator to white. And I didn't get rid of the shadows because, as you can see, they're visible on the white. And I think that just makes it look a little less green screened, I guess. Except in the preview I removed some of the edges and adjusted all that, but I'm not going to do that for sake of time. So, to add the hologram effect that I had, I started it right here. First, I found an image of a keypad online. I'll put the link for that in the description. And the link for all the images and or videos or stock stuff that we're using, I'll put in the description. I drag that underneath. If you didn't green screen it, you'll just put it on top. Then I set the blending mode to add. Or was it screen? I think it was screen. No, add. And there's one step I forgot. So on top of the white or your background, before you add anything on top of that, you add another custom and change the color to a bluish or whatever color you want your hologram to be. And then scale it to be which size you want. And then go to video and go to opacity and make it like halfway. So for me, it's gonna look like that. And hit done. So for this keypad, I just kept it on the, I think, screen blending mode. Then I scaled it up to the size so that when I hit it, it was on the correct number. So that should have been on like 1, 1, 2. So I'm going to move that a little bit up. So this isn't going to look exactly how it looked in the preview because I'm doing this twice, but it should look pretty similar. So, to make the little keypad light up as I did it, I just took over here to custom and I scaled it down using the transform tool like I did with this keypad, and I set it as a new compound clip. I right clicked it and hit new compound clip to get this white little rectangle shape so I didn't have to keep recreating it every time I would tap on it. And then I would do it right at the moment that I tap on something. Make this a little bit bigger. I would put it right where I tapped on it. And then I'd move it to where I tapped. So that was supposed to be the 1. And then I just simply drop the opacity here in the inspector section. Then I'd keep it on there for about a second. And then right when I lifted my finger off, I'd hit B, cut it, and then delete the ending part. So it looks like this. And then I just repeated that over and over again, like so. So right when I touched it again, I moved it to where it was supposed to be. I dropped the opacity to my liking. And then a few frames, or right when I pick up, I would go to blade and delete it. And I just did that until the keypad was done. Need to enable that. I just did that until the keypad was done. So each time I would tap it. So then after the keypad, my final touch was, I think, in the middle. Yeah, right around the 5. I trimmed the HUD like keypad, and then I took this stock footage that I got off of YouTube. I will also put the link for this in the description. So then what you need to do is drag it under or on top of your footage. Go down, and if yours isn't already pre-keyed, set it to, I think, add maybe, or did I put it on screen? I put it on screen. And then I resized it to fit my liking. And when I did mine, it was a bit off, so I needed to start it right around here. So I'm just going to trim the beginning part that I don't need. So it's going to start right away. So that right when I tap it, it appears. I'm just going to scale it up. Just a little bit. Oh, wrong thing. Just going to scale this up. Like that. And every time I tapped it, I added a sound effect found in Final Cut Pro X's sound library. I chose a few different ones, and I kind of got some technology-like sounds. So then to do the effect when I would tap it like so, I would go right to where I tapped it by hitting page right and page left, move forward 1 frame, page right, move back, page left. So I'd go to right where I hit it. Then I found this image of kind of a circle HUD, and I will put that in the link in the description. And then I set that to linear dodge. I set it to linear dodge, and then scaled it down, and then it went over here to the transform and hit keyframes and hit add keyframe, and then went forward a few frames, and then I scaled it up, and then went forward a few more, and then I would cut it by using the blade tool, and then delete it, so that when I touched it, it'd get bigger and then pop away. And I repeated the touching motion of the keypad several times. So I would set it to linear dodge, scale it down, go over here to keyframes, click on that little arrow and hit add keyframe, go forward a few frames, scale it up, go forward 3 more frames. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Then I would cut it and delete it. So that every time I tapped it, a little circle would appear. And then for the part where my hand spun, I started it right when it started spinning. Took this little circle HUD, set it to linear dodge, clicked on the transform settings, and it was already about the correct scale for the size of my hand. And then I hit add keyframe, and then I went forward to right about there, and then I rotated it with my hand. Then I went forward a little bit more, and I rotated it with my hand. And I went forward a little bit more, and then rotated it. And then right when I took my hand off of it, right around here, I started scaling it down. Then I go forward to the end, like right here. That. So that way, right when it would spin with my hand. And when I did that, I added this circle twice. As I tapped it, I just scaled it up, and then I keyframed it to follow my hand up. And towards the end, when I shut it down, which for some reason the timing of my hand movement worked perfectly, I slid it, and then I tapped it, and then I took this, I went to keyframe, and I hit add, clicked on the transform settings, and then I moved forward a few frames till like the end, and then I scaled this down completely. I hit done. So then it's scaled down. And that's about it, other than adding sound effects every time you would tap it and repeating the white squares every time, and keep putting these little things every time you would touch it. And you need to make sure you time every time you touch it and stuff right if you want to get a nice cool effect. Yeah, thanks for watching.